Alright, boys, welcome to day 20 of the no cut one take challenge. Man, like I've been saying, it's getting a little bit harder to make these. Just being as transparent as possible. Today was the first day I actually thought about stopping it, and it's only because I feel a little overwhelmed with all I gotta do, but I kind of put that to the back of my mind right now, or earlier, and instead of like kind of thinking about all I had to do, I just like got to action just like that, which sprang me into more action. And I think the momentum of just making the first decision to just go and do what you gotta do. If you don't finish everything, then that's cool, but I think that initial momentum is what actually helped me get this all done. And so here I am, day 20. I'm not gonna, it's only 10 more days, so I'm not gonna quit, but yeah, boys. So I had just gotten into a new group chat. I guess it's a broadcast channel on Instagram, if you're familiar with that. Sorry about that. So I can't use these. My headphones have been broken because I've used them always in the rain, like when I work out. So I apologize for that small lag, and this audio might sound a little off. Let me turn off my fan real fast. Okay, so they had a quote, and it says, where I lost it. All of our finest thoughts and best ideas are not the work of the logical mind, but gifts from the unconscious. In a world dominated by quarterly reports and numbers, it's logic that gets all the airtime. But we are in the business of creativity and discovery. And I kind of got, I was thinking this earlier, on the lines of this, because I was thinking about how much like I'm like go right now. And before this season of my life, I made time at least twice a week to go out into nature and to, open my mind up to the creativity and discovery kind of aspect that they were talking about, rather than the logic and like the very structured way of thinking or going about your day. And I guess both is good, for sure. But what I've learned is that when I am in this structure for too long, although I'm thriving and I'm making a lot of improvements, I guess, in different ways, it leads to burnout. And so I know I could feel it in my body, and I could feel it in, or I could, just looking back at my past experiences with this kind of situation, like my body started to get into that burnout. And I think it also kind of leans, me leveraging my passion, photography, for work or for an income is definitely a big part of that, because I really haven't had time to go and make content for me or make content out of just making it, because I'm stacked up with freaking having to edit photo shoots. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful when I say stuff like that, but it's difficult. It's a different, I don't know, it's a different way of going about life when there's just so much structure. And I don't know if you guys could sorry. I don't know if you guys can relate to it, but I think for me, it's good to allow myself to let loose and, just live. So, in a world dominated by logic, it said in a world it's logic, it's logic that gets all the airtime. And I think that's very true. I don't have too much to say on it, I'll be honest with you. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on that because it pertained to what I was thinking about today, just randomly. But yeah, I've been trying harder to allow or open my mind or my I've been trying to open my awareness up to like things around me, like everyday things that you don't normally think about, such as like walking through like campus without headphones or without looking at my phone. Like, it's nice to like see the greenness of the outdoors, like look up in the sky, and then just like also just see all these kind of people around me that are all in like the same kind of position I'm in. They might have, different outlooks on life, and they might have a lot of different goals, and they might even have a whole different like mindset, like totally opposite of everything I say on any of these videos, but they may be just as lost, and maybe not lost, but like they may just be feeling the same exact way walking into the unknown. And I guess we all are, but it's kind of nice being around a bunch of people who also don't know about their future, I guess. And they're like your age, so they feel all that you feel, and they're experiencing a lot of things for the first time as well. And so it's kind of nice to interact with them, and although it's very hard to, because a lot of the times I don't really feel the I guess urge to. I don't know, like sometimes it's like kind of exhausting to like meet somebody new, and it's exhausting to like small talk. Yeah, which is, I don't know. I know that's kind of different for a lot of people, like creating new relationships, new friendships. Like people like doing that, but I don't know. It's kind of like hit or miss for me. It varies very much so dependent on the day. But then on the other side of it, it's like there's so much that another person can bring into your life, like whole new perspectives and whole new information. Like today I was Ubering somebody in the morning, and she actually was explaining to me she has stage 4 breast cancer, and she was so like nice and like positive though, and we were talking about it, and when people like bring up stuff like that, I don't necessarily like to ask questions because I don't know if anything is like a trigger for them. So I just kind of let her like speak, and then she made a great point that I like to implement into my mindset on life, and shout out Coach Mac for it. But she said something along the lines of like, it's not necessarily about the destination that you get to, but it's the journey. It's everything that happens along the way that makes life what it is, and makes life worthwhile. Because even when you get to where you want to be, it doesn't always match up to the expectations that you had set out at the beginning. And it was a good reminder, especially from somebody who, in her position where she really doesn't know about her future. Like, she was hopeful with the medicines that she has, but she's like, at this point of it, it's like she's just maintaining, and she doesn't know like how long she has or if it'll ever get better. So definitely I pray for her. But she was also a geologist, and so she was like telling me that before she got diagnosed for cancer, she was like on her way to get like a PhD in geology or something like that. She was explaining it all, but I don't necessarily remember it all. Like the very details of her plan, but everything got kind of all her plans got like thrown out the window when she had to start getting treated for her breast cancer. So I don't know, life is kind of crazy. Threw a whole curveball at her, so I know that stuff like that could happen to me. And in the middle of that suffering, you just kind of have to stay the course and move with the grain instead of try to fight it and resist change, because change is inevitable. But yeah, just kind of all over the place today, but I appreciate y'all for watching. We got good time in here. I'm freaking tired. I'm about to go get this edited and go to sleep, and then we're back to it again in the morning. So appreciate y'all, boys. I'll catch y'all. Peace.